4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. Is it changing of the guard in Tennessee? Find out next.
McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man. In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Titan Nation? Victory Monday is upon us as the Tennessee Titans beat the Atlanta Falcons 28-23 in Will Levis' rookie debut under center. We're going to talk about the Oilers uniform because, yes, I got to show off the Oilers stuff because Tennessee Titans rocked it, and, man, those uniforms looked good. A homecoming weekend for past players. We have, obviously, Will Levis' debut. We have D-Hop going crazy. 3 touchdowns for D-Hop. Amazing game. It's going to be a good conversation to have, especially leading up to this Thursday's matchup against the Steelers, okay? So let's break this all down. Let's talk a little bit about, obviously, the Oilers and what it means for the Tennessee Titans, the look, everything. I mean, again, it was homecoming weekend. If you weren't at the game, Amy Adams-Strunk has done a fantastic job of just getting the past players, getting them all together, making it a weekend about themselves, for them, just appreciation towards what they have done for this football team, what they've done for the league itself, and it's a big thank you. And without Amy Adams-Strunk, which she's really gathered so much and has done so much for this company, for this team, and it's nice to see. I've talked to past players a long time ago, especially with management and stuff, of how they were handled as a player, how they were treated once they left a little bit sour taste in their mouth. Amy Adams-Strunk has come in, cleaned that up, and has built a really fond, great relationship with these players. Like I said, you had Warren Moon, you had Derek Mason, you had Bo Scaife, Nate Washington, Linda White, and the list goes on and on with former coaches, former players from, like I said, Houston Oilers and the Tennessee Titans. They had over 170 players and coaches there. So again, big props to Amy Adams-Strunk, the way she continues to build this foundation and this team, and that's the right direction to go to. You love to see the players come back and just, get the respect and get the hospitality that they deserve. Again, look where we're at now with this Tennessee Titans team. It's truly a blessing. Now let's talk a little bit about the Oilers uniform, because let me tell you, I think it's probably the best throwback uniform the league has. I mean, they had the Columbia blue. I mean, Derrick Henry looked amazing. He had the red sleeves. He had the Columbia blue jersey. I mean, it looked amazing. Derrick Henry looked good. You had Will Levis looking great. Malik, I mean, all the uniforms itself was just so clean and so crisp. And then, I brought back, fans that are Houston Oilers fans that have been in there from the beginning, and then now they're watching it, and it just brings, you can tell it brings joy and happiness, because, again, they rooted for the Houston Oilers, and to finally see them back, live or on the screen, on the TV screen, it brings some sentimental value to that. I had a buddy of mine who, again, grew up in Houston, and I told him, I'm like, hey, man, the Titans are doing the throwback uniforms, check it out. And I showed him a couple pictures of, the uniform reveal, and you could tell in his face, he was just like, oh my God, he's like, I'm going to watch a game just because that brought me back. And it was awesome. The field had the Oilers touchdown, and the end zone looked really, really nice. You had this symbol right dead center in Nissan Stadium. All the walls, everything was covered in Oilers. So again, it's really nice to bring back and pay respect to that, for that our franchise, and just going back to our roots. And I think a lot of people appreciate it, even if you weren't, there's a weird category where people don't really go for the Tennessee Titans if you're a Houston Oilers. But the fans that are Houston Oilers fans that continued to support the team as they transitioned to the Tennessee, they loved it. And I think everyone else itself, the whole crowd itself, looked like a really good time. And if you weren't there, man, I was bummed that I couldn't go. But what a special moment it was to see that back on, and the way they performed. Okay, Tennessee Titans, guys, let me tell you, we've been like this, up and down, man. It's been crazy as a Tennessee Titans fan this season. It's been an up and down roller coaster, and it's been wild. But let me tell you, Tennessee Titans got their business done. Okay, Will Levis. What can I say? What can I say about Will Levis? You can't beat that. 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, 238 yards, 19 for 29. Now let me tell you, before I start talking about Will Levis, okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you, because if you guys been following me a long time ago, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I said I do not think the future of our future quarterback is on this team when Ryan Tannehill went down. That's what I said. And you guys can go crazy and flip out on me. That's fine. But hear me out. But I did also say that I said I don't like what I saw with Will Levis in college. Again, college is different, But I still just didn't think he was the guy. He has a really, really strong arm. And I was like, okay, yeah, he does have a nice arm. But you had to give him a chance. That's what I said. I said it's wrong of me just to fault the guy when he hasn't even stepped on the field. I said I'll give him a chance. Malik, on the other hand, unfortunately, he just didn't pan out. Unfortunately, he's just not it. Okay? So I go, okay, Will Levis. What do I expect from Will Levis? And I said, and I thought about it. I was like, wasn't expecting much, to be honest with you guys. I thought he was going to there was going to be a glimpse of athleticism, flashes of his arm. But I thought the team was still going to struggle. I thought the offense was going to struggle, the offensive line. I thought they were just going to not gel accordingly. Now, I did not expect for him to throw for 238 yards, 4 touchdowns, look comfortable. Again, stood tall in the pocket. Didn't make any bad boneheaded decisions. When he needed to throw it away, he threw it away. When it took too long, he didn't take unnecessary punishment. Looked fantastic in the pocket. Looked like he's been leading this team this whole season with confidence and not ashamed to throw the deep ball. And that's one thing, man, this team's been needing is, confidence and throwing the deep ball, taking some chances. Even if it's an incomplete, take a chance. Make the defense second guess us. But let me tell you, Will Levis looked like he was it. Now, I'm not sold on him completely. And hold on, before you guys freak out and start commenting, because you guys don't listen. Before you guys freak out, it's possibility. What you saw yesterday is amazing, and you can't doubt it. I mean, you can't question if, hey, this might be the future. And it looks like if he has games like this, okay, he could possibly be the future. Fact is, he's better than Will Levis. I mean, he's better than Malik Willis. So that's already, okay? But I'm not sold because, okay? I'm not sold because there was another player who had an excellent debut as well. Marcus Mariota threw 4 touchdowns. NFL debut against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. I remember that game because guess what? I was there. I drove all the way from Miami. At the time I was living in Miami. I took my mom. We went to the game. And let me tell you, I was like, and I wasn't sold on Marcus Mariota. I was like, I don't know. He did okay in college, this and that. But man, it had you. That first game, I was like, wait a minute, I might have made a mistake. Is Marcus Mariota the guy? And you saw how that panned out. Now, I'm not saying that they play alike. And I'm just comparing the statistics as in the 4 touchdowns. That's why I'm saying the debut. Not saying, obviously, Will Levis has a better arm than Marcus Mariota. Obviously, Will Levis has better accuracy than Marcus Mariota. But for the stat of the first game of the NFL season, they had 4 touchdowns, breaking records. So this guy here, okay? So that's where I think comes down to, like, in the back of my mind. Like, I want to be sold on Will Levis, but I've been hurt in the past, if you guys understand me. I'm not saying that Will Levis is not it. It looks like he is it. But I don't want to jump just so quickly. Again, it's only one game. I want to see how he reacts with another team, like the Steelers, okay? Now the Steelers have a head coach, okay? Mike Tomlin, which is a hell of a coach, great coach. He got the Steelers defense, and now the Steelers have tape on Will Levis. Now they can actually go back to the game that we've been watching for the past, like, 24 hours? Because I watched that game, watched those plays with D-Hop, with Westbrook-Akina a million times. But now the Steelers have that tape and say, okay, let's see his tendencies. Let's see what he does a lot, what he doesn't, what's his mistakes. And guess what? Will Levis will make those mistakes, okay? He's a rookie. It's going to happen. But it's how he reacts to when he messes up, when he throws a bad pick, when he, takes a sack when he's not supposed to, when he's frustrated in the game. That's what I want to see. That's the Will Levis I want to see, how he handles that situation. Because it's easy to win and have that swag and be, happy about it, this and that. But the question is when you start losing or when you're down and when you keep getting beat, is he just going to give up? Is the frustrations going to happen? Is he going to start yelling at his teammates? That's the Will Levis I want to see. That's what I want to see. That's why I'm not sold on him just yet. And I'm not being a hater, this and that. I hope he does. I hope he does continue and strives, because it's exciting. As a Titans fan, you had to be excited for what was shown yesterday. Because I was like, oh my God, like this is exciting. Our offense, we have an offense. We're throwing the ball. We're throwing the ball. And people are catching it. Like, it's wild. It's wild. And it was really good to see. It was a fun, exciting game because of all that. Something new. Maybe that's what they need, a little spark. Who knows? Offensive line held their own. Gave them a couple clean pockets. The pocket wasn't collapsing. Wide receivers, Westbrook-Akina, D-Hop. And look how important it is to have a veteran wide receiver, guys. Because it helps the quarterback. I bet you $1 million. Man, Will Levis felt good. You can tell when his first touchdown pass to D-Hop. But that's what you do with a veteran wide receiver. You throw it up and you let him do it. Throw it up. D-Hop's got it. And he built confidence in Will Levis. And he kept on going to D-Hop. Again, beautiful passes. The one pass that he threw to Treylon Burks was right on the money. Instead of letting that ball come and hit him in the chest, Treylon Burks should have used his hands and caught it. Because that would have been that. It was right on the dime. But again, the defender made a really, really good play as well, of breaking up that play. But Will Levis placed it right on his chest. It was right there. So I'm excited. like I said, I'm excited for what the Tennessee Titans have. Again, D-Hop was really excited, and he said it. He said not 1, not 2, not 3. Or no, 1, 2, and 3, yeah. He said, y'all made me feel like Geno. No, we didn't. We know you can play, D-Hop. So now the question comes down to, what's going to happen with Tannehill once he's healthy? Are they going to boot Will Levis? Is Will Levis going to be the second QB, and Ryan Tannehill, once he's healthy, comes back? I don't know. If he plays the way he's been playing, there's no way you could say that Ryan Tannehill comes back. Just not it. Now, if Will Levis struggles, this isn't a good excuse for Mike Rabel, which he's already talking about. Well, if Ryan Tannehill is healthy, then hypothetically we'll put him in. But right now he doesn't look like he's going to go. So it's kind of going back on his word. So just in case, I feel like if Will Levis does kind of take a couple steps backwards and doesn't have a great performance, Ryan Tannehill's in. But as of right now, Will Levis looks like he's the guy. Again, I'm just on the back, just slow. It's one game. Let's see what happens. It was an amazing game. As a debut, you can't get any better than that. Flawless performance. But let's see what the next game brings us, okay? We have Thursday night, Steelers. You guys let me know down below. What do you guys think of Will Levis? Is he the guy? That's it? Are you guys sold on him for one game? That's it? He's your guy? Or would you like in my case, not saying that he's not the guy, but I like to ease in things. I'm not too easily convinced so quickly. I like to see him go through his progressions with, the game and, interceptions and a better defense and a, better coach and this and that and see how he handles the situation. But right now, Titans look good. And that's a head scratcher because we've been all over the place. But guys, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening to my video. Please comment down below. I love to hear you guys' opinions on all the topics we talk about with the Tennessee Titans. I'll be doing a pregame Steelers breakdown for Thursday night. All right. If you guys enjoy this, I hope you guys subscribe and make sure you give this video a like. And always, hold on. Since we had the Oilers, Oiler up, guys. Woo!